Hello again, my friends. We've reached the last segment of this series on really understanding the roadblocks or the qualities that are helpful in spiritual seeking. And really what that means is coming to know what I am. Self-knowledge. For through my spirituality and becoming grounded, I have realized that the only way to resolve this issue is in self-knowledge and coming to know what I am. Chasing experience has never worked. Waiting for another experience, a better experience, has lost all of its value because I see the relative nature of experience. I see that it's not absolute. I see that no matter what the experience might be, it's always going to be a relative experience. It's always going to be judged. It's always going to be taken. If a guru comes along and says, that's not it, there's another one over here that's better, then you'll discard that in a second and go chasing after the next one. No matter what that experience might be. And that experience is, as an experience, will come and go. And when it goes, you're back into it again. Then you've lost it. Then you believe you've lost that which should have stayed. So I still must not be there. I still must not be good enough. I still must have more to do. At some point we come to a point where we're grounded and we see the falseness of chasing experience. We see the relative nature of things. There really is a dispassion towards experience, a seeing through of the conceptual nature of things. Really there is the grounding, the not getting carried away by the small things, not getting upset by the small things, being able to see things from the other's perspective, and opening up. And that leads into the last quality, so to speak, which is earnestness. At some point, an earnestness takes hold. It's called burning desire. It's overwhelming like a virus. They absolutely have to get to the bottom of it. And it's like a big bonfire. At first it was just a bunch of sticks and someone poured fuel on it and lit a match, and now it's exploded into flames. And that is an earnestness to get to the bottom of it, to find out what I am at all costs. It takes you over. It consumes you. Nothing can stand in the way of that. Everything is burnt in that fire. All concepts are burnt in that fire. All ideas that you have about yourself are sacrificed to this fire. Willingly sacrificed to this fire to get to the bottom of it. The roles, the responsibilities, the titles, the feelings, the emotions, the thoughts, the concepts, all the mental images that are constantly propped up over and over like a storefront. That storefront has to be made a certain way, and that's the image that's projected. That's what we take ourselves to be, is that image. That idea of myself is built. That's sacrifice. That's willing to burn through that even to get to the bottom of it. To come to know what I am. And when we see through the absolute concept of reality, we see that it is always relative. When there's a dispassion towards the world, when there's a seeing through of the conceptual, we see that it has no absolute reality. We see that the concepts have no absolute reality. We see that the experience has no absolute reality. We see that the appearance has no absolute reality. Then we're willing, we're open, wide open, like a door swung free, flown off its hinges. And there's a capacity of openness, pure openness. And then we're pointed to the reality that appearance is not absolute either. Appearance is not the reality. Appearance is not existence. Appearance holds no absolute separate existence. That there is one fact that is always obvious, and that is yourself, your presence. The world comes in that presence. The body comes in that presence. The mind comes in that presence. All ideas come in that presence. The idea of me, of what I am, comes in that presence. Everything comes in that. We call that awareness. The capacity of knowing. The presence of the subject, I. The activity of knowing going on right now. Now, in our direct experience, there is a world. How far is that world from awareness? Right now, how far is the computer screen from awareness? It's zero distance from awareness. If we had to point to awareness, we might point out the computer screen. Awareness has no form of its own. The computer screen appears in awareness. There's no distance. How far are you from awareness? Zero distance. You are zero distance from awareness. There's nothing outside of you. All ideas you have about yourself come in this capacity that we call awareness, this reality which we have taken to be outside. But there is really what we call experience and what we call experiencing. See if they're not the same thing, the same reality, the same isness, the same being, the same existence. If we see the relative nature of reality, the lack of absoluteness, if we can see through the concepts, see the falseness of concepts, if we can be grounded, and if we have a really burning desire or earnestness to know what we are, then the smallest pointer can point out that you are that limitless. You are that limitless existence, which is the reality. Love to you, my friends.